Alright guys, hey, listen, pay attention. We're gonna get rolling here. Make sure next paper. Just came in, so we're gonna, hey, every time we go through the program, we go through a year, we try to give opportunities to grow as a program. We try to grow in all different ways. You know all the different things that we do as a program in here. It's not just on the field, right? On the field is a big deal, right? But there's a lot more to it. There always has been a lot more to it getting here. So one is obviously we encourage you to we do community service, right? We go out, we do some things with that. We do a lot of team bonding things, different things. We had an opportunity this year to have a coach that's won it. I don't know how many levels. I'll let him talk about that. But he's had NBA players that have gone on, right? He has all kinds of people he's coached for a long time. Talent-wise, won multiple state championships. Going through it, it's a great opportunity for our program to grow, and I'm hoping that we can get out of it. Like we talk about all the time, we didn't really exactly reach our goal. We came close last year. Okay, so how do we get over the top? How do we win our last game? Okay, how do we do that? Well, it might come down to a little thing, something little that you didn't even realize, right? Something you didn't realize in here. And I'm hoping that you get an opportunity to give your mind, be open, listen, and grow as a program today. So, Sammy Duane Jr. is he's come over this year and from Perry's last stop. I coached against him, played when he was coaching. Then I ended up going through and coaching against him, and it was always very difficult to play against his teams because they played with such passion. They were very well prepared. They were high character teams in that aspect. So to get an opportunity for him to come and speak to you guys this morning, I definitely jumped on it, and I'd like for you to give him your attention, please.
Thank you. How many of you guys know he's a state champion? Anybody know that?
It's news to me.
What?
It's news to me.
News to you? You know what sport?
Basketball.
Yeah. 1990 Saguaro High School state championship. I was helping my father. My father was the first coach at Corona del Sol High School, and I was an assistant for him, and they beat us in the finals. Coach, if he ever tells you, was a really good basketball player. He coached basketball, now he's baseball, played with a lot of grit, he played with a lot of passion. So I'm sure he probably coaches that way, right? But he's a winner, he's been there, he's won championships, so he knows how to get there. Thank you for having me. I coached for almost 30 years as a head coach. I was the first head coach of Mesquite High School history. I opened that school. I graduated from Corona. I went back and was replaced and followed my dad. I was there for 13 years. I was blessed to have really good teams at Corona. We won 4 straight titles from 2012 to 2015. I took a year off to get my administrative certificate, and I missed the relationships, and I did not want to go into administration at that time. So I went to Perry High. The last 9 years I was at Perry High. In the last 4 years, we won the 6A, and then we won the last 3 open state championships with really good players. And I was blessed to have good players that bought into what we do. And coaches, we're only as good as you guys. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. Things that we had to do to win that last game. Because your goal is always, and I know where you're at right now, I've been in your shoes. When we were on the cusp at Corona in 2011, we thought we had a really good team. We went over to Mountain View. They were good that year, and they blasted us, and then they went on to win the state championship. So we learned that year. In 2021, we thought we were really good. We thought we had a chance to win it, and we lost in the semis. So those things filled us, and we were like, how do we get to the next step? And I think you guys are there. You were on the cusp last year, right? So you always want to play in that last game, but you always strive to win that last game, right? So what are your X factors to get you over? Because it's not always about talent. And I've had talented teams that lost. I was fortunate I won 8 state championships, but I also lost about 17 times that our season didn't end how we wanted it to end. So it's really hard to win that last game. And the last 4 years at Perry, we really started focusing on culture and the mental part. And we would meet every other Wednesday, every 2 weeks in a classroom and do this type of stuff. And I thought when times got tough, when things aren't going your way, because your season doesn't always go perfect, right? That's what we leaned on. So if you have paper, I told those guys that were here earlier, if you can get out a piece of paper, because there's some things I want to do. I'm now retired from coaching. I work for Mesa Public Schools. I work in the athletics department. I help with junior high athletics, and then I go out to all the teams and I do culture, different lessons. I think I'm back here in a couple weeks on a composure, be where your feet are type of deal. That I think is also something that we leaned on. But now I do these culture, and it's been really fun for me to talk to the different teams. I was out here earlier talking to your basketball, boys and girls basketball, your wrestling, boys and girls wrestling, your flag football, to get different things. So I don't want to just talk at you. So you're all one team, right? So you should feel safe to, hey, understand I can comment. So there are no wrong answers. I'm going to ask for some interaction. It's good to have that, so I'm just not talking at you. And I want to hear your feedback, and I want to hear, hey, what you think on some answers and some things, which has been really fun for me to get different answers from different teams. But I think if you're in and you're paying attention and you really can buy into this, anything that can help you to get better, to take that next step. As a coach, I was always in on that. And so hopefully some of these things today will help you as we talk about things. But we're going to talk about culture today. So what I want you to do is think about it, all right? I want you to write down, because you hear that a lot, culture, team chemistry, when the team wins, hey, they have great culture, right? I'm sure you guys have your culture because you win. Were you 24 last year, 24-7 or something? I did my homework, coach. So you have your standards, right? So think about and write down, what does culture mean to you? Why is it important? And I want to hear what you have to say, then I'm going to go through what I think. What does culture mean to you? And why is it important? Because we hear it all the time. What does it mean to you? Why is it important? What is it? It's different for everyone. There's no wrong answer. What is culture? All right, what do we got? Anybody? Who's going to be the first? Yes, sir.
I said culture is the way the program will run. Good or bad, culture is set by expectations set by the players and coaches.
Bam, that's really good. Set by the players and the coaches, the expectations. We'll get into that. Yes, players included. Anybody else? I saw people writing. Let's go. No wrong answers. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I said culture is the expectation, family, and tradition inside a program or team, such as how coaches treat players or their guys, or how the players play on the field.
Absolutely. Wow, you guys are high level. How you treat each other, absolutely. Expectations again. What else? I know a lot of people are right. Don't be afraid. Like, step up. Step in the batter's box, right? Yes, thank you.
I said the ways you and your team carry themselves in order to be the best you can.
Absolutely. The way you carry yourselves, I love it. And when we talk about on a daily basis, how you carry yourselves.
Camaraderie between a group of people who believe and root for each other.
Yes, believe and root for each other are your key words. Camaraderie, I love it. You have to have it. If you don't have it, you're not winning big games. I'll be honest with you. What else? Yes.
Environment you were present in. There's negative culture, positive culture. What are you going to be a part of?
Yep.
What are you going to add to or subtract from?
Absolutely. There is negative culture and there is positive culture. Which do you want to be? Which are you going to thrive in? Negative culture is contagious and negativity permeates throughout your whole program. Varsity down to freshmen. Right? Who's our senior leaders in here? Any seniors in here? You guys, your culture, once you leave, should be passed down and it should be here. It should be Red Mountain to your standards. Yes. Anything else? One more. Nobody? Still asleep. You know what I think culture is? First of all, before I get into it, I've got this thing down to 1. All right? But understand, culture is more than talent. It's more than a game plan. Any pitchers in here? It's more than your game plan as you go into facing your batters. All right? Your culture steps on the mound with you. Your culture steps in the batter's box with you. Your culture steps on the field with you. It's not this speech. It's not, I don't know if you have signs in your locker room. When I used to go in different locker rooms, I would see signs like team, everyone together, and all that. It's more than that, all right? It's the vibe. It's the relationships, and I have that highlighted. Your relationships are really, really important, probably the most important thing. And I was talking to Coach before I started here, and I was told, you know, he won the 1990 state championship with his team, and he still talks to those guys. See, these relationships that you build right now will carry forever. You'll have your friendships that you've been through things, especially when you win at a high level and you championship. That's a special bond that you carry forever. But your relationships that you build right now, down the road, are more important than your wins and losses, and the things that you learn as a person are more important than your wins and losses down the road. Because the things you go through now will help you become a better person. The sacrifices you have to make to be in this program, things you have to do to be the best that you can be, those things translate later in life. So it's your relationships. Somebody said it, it's your behaviors. It's your how you do things, your habits. What are your habits? What are your routines? How do you handle yourself? It's your standards. And the thing we used to say in our program was OADB, on a daily basis. So do you do these things? Do you carry out your standards on a daily basis? Do you bring energy and practice on a daily basis? And it's a vibe. Like, I can walk into a gym and it takes me about 30 to 45 seconds to know, hey, what's the culture and the vibe of this team? Are there guys on a field with their heads down? Are there guys not communicating? Is there no energy? Is it, oh man, we got to be out here? Or is there, hey, positive vibes? Is there communication? Are people helping each other? You can tell right away the culture of a team when you step on the field, you step in a gym, you step in a wrestling room, whatever it is, you can feel that vibe. See, what is your vibe? And that's lived daily. And that's carried out daily. Okay? It's that sense. And great programs. But you guys are very, very successful. Some things I talk to you, and I'm going to talk to some another team today, probably won't talk about them because you're at a different level. Okay? So you're trying to get to that final one. So you have to live your standards every day. There's no days off. Because you're striving to be consistent, right? You want to be consistent. If your standards are here, your performance is going to be here. And then your record is going to be 500. If you're consistently doing your standards, you're consistently getting better, your trajectory is going here. And you want to play your best come May, right? So that's your goal. So every day you're trying to be consistent. You want to do that on a daily basis. It precedes winning. You must have your culture before you win. Coach will tell you that, I'll tell you that. It's not an afterthought. The Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, right? They didn't just stand up and hold up the trophy and say, hey, we got great chemistry, we got great culture. That is built. That's built right now in your preseason. You're a different identity than last year, right? Different type of makeup was your team. So you're building that now. It doesn't happen first day in February. It doesn't just turn on in May. So when Eagles win, boom. Any NBA fans in here? Anybody watch NBA basketball? Who's your team?
Oh, Hawks.
Hawks.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, they're building. When OKC won the championship, anybody watch the NBA championship? Okay, they didn't all of a sudden get culture. And I had a dude that played for me, Jalen Williams. And I really invested into learning about their culture. They probably have the best culture in any sport right now. They only do interviews as a team. On the floor, I had a video, I showed your basketball team. They do things together. They support and they play with joy. But they all of a sudden don't hold up the championship and say, we got great culture. That is built, all right? And it shows up in little things. How you practice, especially when it's the grind, right? How you practice every day. How do you respond to adversity? Will you go through adversity during the year? Individually and as a team, right? How do you respond to that? Your culture allows you to respond to that. How do you treat each other when no one is watching? If Coach and I and Coach step out of it, we're not in here and it's just you guys, how do you interact and treat each other when no one's around? How are you interacting? How do you treat each other on campus, at lunch, when no coaches are around? See, that's your culture. When others are not watching, it's on the field, but it's also off the field. It's in the classroom. It's in the community. So you're at the mall. Are you still a Red Mountain baseball player? Absolutely. You're at Canes, right? Are you still a Red Mountain baseball player? Absolutely. So you're not only representing, most importantly, yourself and your family, but you're still off the field in the community representing Red Mountain High School and Red Mountain baseball and yourself and your family. So your culture and the decisions you make, that goes into it. So you're always representing on and off the field, in the community, in school, right? You don't just turn it on and off like a light. It's lived. And in great teams, it's lived every day. Anybody know what a one-hit wonder is? What is it? Does something once good. Do you ever hear from them again? No. I go viral on social media for 2 weeks and then I disappear. An artist has a great song, but then you never hear from them again, right? Y'all won 24 games last year, but what are you going to do this year, right? So your culture sustains that. You don't want to be a one-hit wonder. Culture sustains success, and it is passed down through your levels. Like seniors, when these freshmen come in, you let them know, hey, this is how we do things in Red Mountain in our baseball program. And you guys not only say it, but hey, you show it. That's how your culture is built. So when you leave that legacy of culture. Does that make sense? That sustains you. Because you're going to go through times where it's tough. And baseball is a grind. And I coached basketball for a long, long time. But baseball is my favorite sport. I was raised a Cincinnati Reds fan. I'm sorry, they don't win very much. But I love baseball. I played. I wish I would have stuck with it. I went to basketball because that was our family thing. But I understand the game, and I love watching the game and the game within the game. And I understand that a lot of baseball is about individual stats, right? Your batting average and all that. But the team part is just as important. And this part is just as important if you're in the cage today. Because you can hit all you want, you can lift all you want, but if you don't have your team together and you don't have what I'm about to talk about, then it won't matter. All right? And as we go through, I've got this thing to one thing in our culture. Anybody like Canes or anybody Canes people in here? In and out? In and outs? I'm an in and out guy, animal style. Double animal style and animal style on my fries, right? It's not good for my health problem. What about Chick-fil-A? Yeah, Chick-fil-A, right? What do they all have in common? They all have good what? Service, but what do you put on Chick-fil-A? They have the little packets. They're sauce, right? Animal style sauce. I'm really old. You know how old I am? When I was young, I used to ride my bike to McDonald's and a Big Mac was 99 cents. That's how old I am. And I would get that secret sauce, right? So the sauce is boss, and here's our secret sauce. All right? The sauce is boss. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, In and Out, or Cane's. Cane's is good though, right? Toast or whatever it is, got it? But the sauce, anybody know what your key is? So the whole deal, which I think carries everything, trust. All right? That's what we're going to talk about. Trust is your key. And that's what we built our program on. One word, trust, because it carries you through everything. And there's three things. We call it 3T. Players must trust players. You have to trust each other. Coaches must trust you and build trust with you. And you, in return, must trust your coaches. When you have those three, you got a chance. If you have breakdowns in those things, and we're going to talk about what breaks them down and what builds them, if you have breakdowns, you're going to have problems. This is your key to your whole culture, trust. Like, I have to trust you on and off the floor, on and off the field, right? So it's our key. It's our key. Anybody know, heard of Navy SEALs? Special Ops? Okay? They're the highest of the highest. I have a video here of how they select their team, how they select their group. All right? Pay attention and listen real quick on what they think the most important thing is. It's pretty good. When I first saw it, I was like, whoa.
I've worked with the Navy SEALs, and I asked them, like, who do you pick, like, the guys that go on SEAL Team 6? Right? Because they're the best of the best of the best of the best. This is what they told me. Nobody wants this person, the low performer of low trust, of course. Of course, everybody wants this person, the high performer of high trust. Of course. What they learned is that this person, the high performer of low trust, is a toxic leader and a toxic team member. And they would rather have a medium performer of high trust, sometimes even a low performer of high trust, it's a relative scale, over this person. This is the highest performing organization on the planet, and this person is more important than this person.
The highest performing. If you guys lose a baseball game, the sun comes up the next day, right? If they don't carry out their operation, what's on the line for them? Anybody know? Their life. So they better trust their teammate, right? So how many of you have ever played with, let's put this in terms of talent. How many of you have played with a really talented player, but you couldn't trust him? He wasn't accountable. He was all about himself. He wasn't a good teammate. Anybody play with that guy? Of coached some, I've seen them, I'm around, played with them. In big games, when you need them the most, they will let you down. Because they're not about the whole process, they're not about the team. So the Navy SEALs, they can't afford that, right? They will take an average talent with high trust. They will take a lower talented dude with high trust. Because the guy they can trust is going to be there for them, he's going to be accountable, he's going to have their back. And it's probably pretty important that a guy carries out and understands his role in their operation, right? Same thing with you. You have to trust each other and coach. And so if you're really talented and you can't be trusted, then you're gonna let your guys down. So it was really interesting that they're gonna take a lower talented guy that they can trust more. And they succeed because of trust. They don't succeed because of individual brilliance. They succeed because their operators know their teammates will execute their role, kind of like you're all going to have a role, and with precision, and they don't have to second guess what their guy's going to do. That trust allows them to operate with speed and confidence, even in the face of chaos. Do you think they face chaos in an operation at times? Absolutely. Do you face chaos in a game? Do you face chaos in a game? Absolutely. A lot of things. Maybe you're not getting calls from the umpire. Maybe you can't locate your pitch. Maybe you have some errors. Maybe you're in a grind hitting, right? A lot of things you challenge in a game. But when you trust each other and you're there for each other, it helps you get through those times. Especially when you get in big games. It's really, really important. So trust is huge. So we say trust, but how do we build trust? Okay? And what things can affect your trust? That's where I want you to write down. What are some things that can affect your trust with your teammates? What are some things that can affect your trust with your coaches? No wrong answers. No wrong answers. What are some things that affect your trust with each other and with your coaches? Think about it. We all have them. Your coach has them. What do we got? Yes, sir.
Lying.
What?
Lying.
Lying, absolutely. Can't trust. Be honest. When you're with a team, man, you're bad. You always gotta be honest. What else?
Egos.
Egos, absolutely. Hardest thing, my last 4 years, I had elite players. I had a kid named Cole Peak, plays at U of A now. He'll be a lottery pick next year, one and done. With that team, I had another kid named Cody Williams, who played 1 year at Colorado, where it was a lottery pick with the Jazz. Those two had to coincide and had to play together. They're both elite players. There's only one basketball. So they had to understand they needed each other. So egos can get in the way. What else?
I put like not always showing up slacking off, and also like just showing up when they want to, not being a player.
Yep, absolutely. Just show up. Absolutely. Accountability is our word on that one. What else? What else can challenge your trust?
Things they do off the field.
Off the field. Good. With teammates. What about with coaches? Let's be real here. What can challenge your trust with coach?
Makes like the wrong choices in the game.
In your opinion, he makes the wrong choice in the game. I will tell you this.
Like
Consistently.
I'm not saying he does.
He does it. I get it. I will tell you this. I never coached a perfect game. And I always told our players, I make mistakes. Will you make mistakes? Absolutely. Will the umpires make mistakes? Absolutely. There's no perfectness. After a game, I was always like, dang, I wish I would have ran this. I wish we would have done this. We always look back. It's easy in hindsight, but in the moment, that's where trust goes. If the coach wants to courtesy run or pinch run or DH or whatever, hey, I'm on board with coach. This is what's best for our team, right? So yeah, those things challenge. Absolutely, right? What else?
I gotta be able. They say for me, trust is being able to implement what we talked about in practice. When we put you guys, we teach you stuff, and then we get you in a game, and then you can't implement it. So trust factor goes.
Absolutely. He's got to trust you to carry out what you're doing every day in practice. I want to talk about how you build that. All right? Anybody else? What else challenges your trust?
Things aren't going good, how are you gonna act?
Whoa. The true test of the character of a person is how do they react when things are not going well. You ever been with a guy, a teammate that he's a hitter and he's on a roll and he's hitting and he's great. Everything is great. As soon as he goes into tanks a little bit, goes into a slump a little bit, it's not great. He's a front runner. True test of character. How do you get through things when it's not going your way as an individual and as a team? Because you will be tested as a team. Don't think you don't have a target on your back. Don't think teams don't want to beat Red Mountain now that you've proved that you're good. You have to handle that part too, right? So trust. What we do every year, and I want you to write down at one column voices, all right? And choices. Did this every year at the beginning of the season, and then we would hit it during the season. Because we all have voices in our head. So write down what voices you have in your head that could affect your trust with your team, your coaches, your teammates. It could be anybody. There are no wrong answers. And I'll tell you some that I got that really opened my eyes a few years ago. How many people are talking with you and in your head? A lot of the people that are talking are voices in your head love you and they want what's best for you. And they should be. So think about it. What do we got? Who's some people that are talking to you about your game, about how you need to do, all those things, voices? Anybody? Parents, absolutely. 100. And they want you to do well. And they're the most important thing to you, right? And they should be. You're their son. Okay? But how many are in here right now? 30-something? So coach has how many? 30-something, not just one, right? So he's got to take care of everybody. Who else?
Teammates.
Teammates, absolutely. Who else? I don't know if it's as big in baseball, but I'm pretty sure it's big in baseball too. Anybody play club? What about your club coach? Would that be in your voice? Hey, on my club team, I play shortstop. At Red Mountain, they need me to play center field. They need me to play second base. They need me here. Have to do what's best for Red Mountain. On my club team, I hit third. Here, I'm back fifth, sixth, second, wherever they need me. So, hey, what are the voices in my head? What are my choices that could affect my trust? And what is my choice to choose? Hey, I got to do what's best for Red Mountain. What else? What coaches are used? What else? I had a player, he was a really good shooter. True story. You have one?
Coaches from different high schools.
Coaches from different high schools might get in your head. Absolutely. How so?
Like saying like if you come transfer here, then you can play where you want, and I'll put you there.
You know what I say to that? If they're doing that, they don't have integrity. So why would you want to play with a guy with no integrity? Right? That's what I say. I never recruited guys. The guys that want to come to Perry are guys that I wanted. If you didn't want to play for me, that's fine. I want guys that, you should want guys that want to be at Red Mountain. And once you're here, you should love being here and buy in, right? So if someone's doing that, no integrity, I wouldn't want to play for a coach that had no integrity. What else? Girlfriend, absolutely. Thank you. Who else? That's true. What about students? I had a player, great shooter. Every time he went to the barber to get a haircut, his barber said you should shoot more. Well, I'm like, Russ, you get shot. And I was like, so I knew who was in his head. He's like, Coach, because we did this and we talked about it. like every time. And so you got to make a choice. What's best for our team? I had another player, his social studies teacher, went to a game and he said, "Tell your coach you guys should work on free throws more because we missed some free throws." I was like, "Well, that social studies teacher's never been in our practice. They don't know how we shoot free throws every day, right?" So voices are in your head that can affect your trust. So she might be saying, "Hey, you need a better coach." Those type of things. What else?
So isn't it anyone around you?
Anyone around you? Yes. You have to block out your choices to every voice that's in your aunt, uncle, friend, girlfriend, right? Stands, student sections, people at lunch, club coach. Anyone have a personal trainer, hitting coach, pitching coach? Absolutely, right? When you're with them, good, but when you're with Red Mountain, I got to be locked in on what coach wants, what's best for Red Mountain. If you want to win that last game, right? And there's nothing like winning that last game. Coach will tell you, I'll tell you. All right? So what are your choices to those voices? Those voices are good. They care about you. So I'm not putting them down at all. But how do you choose to be here for Red Mountain Baseball? Does that make sense? Because you have to be all in on this. And you have to be all together. So what are your choices to your voices? Those things affect your trust. And what builds trust? 3 things. 1, selfless. You must be selfless. You must care for each other. You must care for others. You must have compassion and empathy. You have a teammate that's struggling a little bit. Help them out a little bit. Pick them up. Be humble. You guys obviously won games last year as Mountain View our rival in region. So you beat Mountain View on Tuesday. How do you come to practice on Wednesday? And maybe you play Kofa or somebody on Friday that you know you're going to beat, right? I don't know. I'm not putting them down, right? Are they good in baseball? Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah.
You ready to play?
They didn't beat us.
What?
They didn't beat us.
You beat yourselves?
No, they cheated.
Oh, I don't know about that, but hey, sorry about that one, but hey, whatever, whoever you're playing, in basketball, Kofa was like a win, all right? Coach knows that. They're probably good in baseball. Bad analogy there, I'll learn. How are you going to be Wednesday? After a win, we always start a practice with be humble or get humble. Last night was gone. If you are not humble after a win, and when you're doing good, somebody along the way is waiting and they will humble you. So be humble or you get humble. Got it? Thinking of others, sacrificing, accepting your role is selfless. Appreciating and loving your teammates and being happy for your teammates' success. You went 4 for 4 Tuesday. All right? I got you. And you didn't get in the game. I don't know if you play or not, all right? When you come the next day to practice, are you going to be jealous? Are you going to be saying, Coach just plays him, or he gets everything? Or are you going to be, hey, great job. We need 4 more hits on Friday, right? Or a pitch, or whatever it is. See? Happy for your success. Because eventually, my point is, your success will come if you're happy for your teammates' success. And so you can't have jealousy creeps in, that affects trust.
I feel like a lot of like the negativity for kids and stuff like come from not accepting your role and like being jealous about other people playing.
Exactly. Exactly. He is spot on. And when that creeps in, it starts to put cracks in your culture, right? That's where your leaders have to take charge of your team room, have to take charge of the field, have to understand what's best. That's a great point. Hey, I'm not playing, he's playing. His coach is friends with his family, or coaches him on club, or whatever. Understand this. I don't know your team, but I do know coaches. And I never ever coach the game to lose, because he's expected to win, right? So I put the players on the floor that, number one, I could trust. If I didn't trust you, you weren't playing for me. I didn't keep you. And I didn't play you if I did keep you. He's trying to make decisions that are best to win, and sometimes you don't see that. So he's not going to purposely put guys on the field to lose, are you, coach? No. So he's trying to do the best he can, and your head coach is doing the best they can to put the best players on the floor, because they want to win too. So sometimes put yourself in their shoes. They're doing the best that they can. That's where your trust with him and him is so important. And that's something I had to work on with our guys. If my elite guys did not trust me, number one, they would have gone to a prep and taken their NIL and left, right? To be real. Or we would have had problems. Well, like Cole let me coach him. Cole was one of the best teammates I've ever coached. He helped younger dudes. When freshmen came into our program, he would take them under the wing and say, this is what we do at Perry. When a guy was struggling, he'd be on the side helping them. He had a great passion to win. And he didn't care about individual stuff. He wanted to win, and that's why he wins. See, that's the mentality you have to have. You can't put your other things aside. And whenever he talked to media, he always talked about his teammates first. And his debut the other night against Florida, he had 30. And all he talked about in his post-game interview was his point guard. He never talked about himself. See, selfless. And any Dodger fans in here? It's okay if you are. Nobody? If you're a Dodger fan or not, Otani's pretty good, right? Maybe the best ever. When he won the National League Championship MVP, he got the trophy, and he took his name off of it, and he set it in the middle of the clubhouse with team effort. How many guys would do that, especially at his level? Most guys, and it's okay, would take that trophy home, put it on their mantle, maybe look at it every day. Got my name on it. I'm the MVP of National City, right? He put that thing on the table in the middle of the thing because he knew, and he said, other guys contributed to us to get to the World Series. Is that selfless? Absolutely. I don't know anybody that would do that. That's a dude making millions and millions of dollars and is an elite player. Anybody ever seen this video of him in a dugout? This is in the playoffs. What's he doing? Filling up water for his teammates. This is Shohei Ohtani. He could be in there thinking about his next at bat, or hey, he's pitching. He is filling up water for his teammates in the dugout. How many do that? Is that selfless? He is a servant leader. All this goes into leadership, really. He's a servant. Anybody know what servant leaders are? What's a servant leader? Anybody know?
Isn't it someone that just puts the whole team in front of them?
Absolutely. Puts others first. Great leaders are selfless. Selfless people are your best leaders. Fills up water. That dude doesn't need to do that, right? Puts his trophy in the clubhouse. Because what was his main goal? You want to win a World Series again, right? Whether you like the Dodgers or not, they have a lot of high-profile dudes, right? So they have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. You're a good team, so you have good players. Every one of you has to sacrifice. So you all have to be selfless. You got to buy into your role. What's best for Red Mountain, right? What is best for Red Mountain? So we got selfless, and now we need encouragement over criticism. That's the second thing that leads to trust. A strong culture supports players, especially when they're struggling. Do you pick up your teammates when they are struggling? Or you just say, oh, I'm glad he's struggling. I'm going to take his time or whatever, right? criticism leads to negativity. You were 4 for 4, but what if he goes 0 for 4 with 3 Ks? And I'm like, you suck, you need to hit, you need to swing the bat, you got to strike out, looking, hey, swing the bat. You're constantly on him. Does that build trust between us? No. Is he going to think I'm a good teammate? No. If you make a mistake, will coaches correct you? Absolutely. And if they don't, then they're not doing their job. They have to correct you. So when they're getting on you, that's what I tell my guys, I would appreciate it. Because when they're on you, that means they need you. When they're not on you, then hey, they're letting you go. Right, hey, you're not in that mix. But if he's on you, he needs you. So hey, coach wants you to be better for this team, right? So coaches will help, and a lot of coaching is constructive criticism. So don't take it personally. Take it as a baseball player. Off the field's different. When you're on the field, that's their job, right? So hey, he's gonna correct us, so I gotta pick you up, not criticize you. Because if I criticize, that's negativity, and that breaks down my trust. All right? How many praise effort and improvement, not just results? Hey, keep working hard. I don't know if you play or not, so don't like. Hey, good job in practice. Keep working hard. Your time will come, but we need you. Anybody ever do that with their teammates? You ever thank guys that maybe don't play as much? Thanks for being here today. Thanks for working hard. We need you. Because through the course of the season, what, you have injuries, illness, maybe, hopefully not academics. Okay? Things happen. So guys will have to step up. So you need every one of you, right? I've never gone through a season where we didn't need everybody. But do you think the guys, hey man, keep working. Your time will come. We need you. You're doing a great job for us. Does anybody do that? I had a 4-year point guard. He's now in the Division II Western New Mexico. He's a 4-year state champion. Nolan Brown. He's 5'9". Not overly big. Heart of gold and a competitor. And after every practice, we never told him to do this. We would just sit back after practice and I'd see it. He would go to our guys, our scout guys that didn't play a lot, and he would thank them after practice. Keep working hard. Thanks for pushing me today. One guy will foul. Thanks for fouling me and pressuring me today. Thanks for making me better. Thanks for helping us be a better team. How many do that? What does that do to his teammate? That helps his teammate be encouraged. Hey, I'm part of this deal, right? They need me. How many do that? Thank your teammates. How many thank coaches for coaching? Anybody? Last time I checked, coach, you're not making $1 million, are you? No. You know what he makes for coaching? I broke this down after I retired because everyone talked about it. And it comes to less than 10 cents an hour. The time that he puts in. Why does he do it? He wants to help you and mold you, and he loves to compete, and he loves the relationships probably. And that's what I miss the most, relationships. So, anybody ever thank him for being away from his family and coaching from family and putting the time in? See, they're here for you. Absolutely. Every day.
Like I started programming like every day after 8 hours. Like Coach Rice, like he doesn't have to be here. Like this sort of chooses like thing that sacrifice with us. And for practice, like all of us, like after every 8 hour practice, like broke this whole like every coach just like we crushed it.
I love it.
And that's been like a culture thing, I should say. I guess since I was a freshman, like that's just been like the thing that you see other kids do. So then it's like it's like everyone does it now. Everyone does it.
Acknowledge your teammates' fist bumps. If I ever saw one of my guys on campus, I fist bump. First of all, it helps us be connected. Second of all, hey, how you doing? Acknowledge them not on the floor, off the floor. I love this. I love that. You're connected as well, right? Absolutely. Positivity. Positivity. You need that. Because there's going to be times where it's a struggle for every one of you. And coach. And when when I talk about voices of choice, I'm a little bit off. I'm sorry, Coach. Do you think Coach has voices in his ear? Absolutely. My son should be playing. My son should be shortstop. My blah 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 blah. Right? So Coach has to deal, and he has to do what's best for Red Mountain, right? Or he may have a club coach saying this guy, or he may be dealing with a coach trying to steal a player, right? He has voices, so understand what he's going through is the same thing you are. You guys really are the same page, and when you have that, and you are connected, and you appreciate each other, you will be good. It is far more important than talent. Acknowledge each other, what you do. Encourage positive self-talk, which my next one on is being where your feet are, all right? And being composed. But in tough moments, these things carry you. Anyone know Anthony Volpe? Yankee fan? I'm not a Yankee, but this video is really good. I'll set this up. He struggled at the plate a little bit. And he was battling for playing time. And the guy that he was battling for playing time played in a game, a playoff game over him, and got the game-winning hit. Watch who the first one on the field is to congratulate that dude.
Want to give a shout out to our boy Volpe. He trained here when he was with Del Marvin. It bothered me the last couple weeks of the season because he was obviously struggling a little bit, and you heard a lot of boos from the crowd. And in my head, I'm saying, playoff starts next week. We're going to need this kid. Let's do a better job at making him feel welcome and not feeling like, oh my God, the crowd's going to boo me every single time I strike out. You know, while he was going through that and he was struggling a little bit, Caballero hit the base up the middle after a 10-pitch at bat, got a blue single up the middle. We walked off on him, which was a huge win for us. Volpe was the first one out there. Sprinted to him at first base, dumping water on him, celebrating with him. Right, this is his competition. This is the guy that's splitting time with him now. So we talk about being a good teammate. Winning was the most important thing to Volpe, and he was the first dude out of the dugout picking his teammate up.
How many would do that? The guy you're competing with playing time for does something really, gets the game winner. How many would be the first one out to congratulate him? Or would you be, oh man, now there goes my playing time more, right? It's about what? Winning, right? And knowing your time will come. Being a good teammate, that's selfless, that's encouraging, right? That's accepting your role. And you have to accept your role. And the third one, selfless, encourage without criticism, and be accountable. Trust grows when people can be counted on a daily basis. I can't just count on you Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have to be counted on you 7 days, every day. And when you have that, and I can count on you, then our trust grows. And you want to build trust with Coach? How can you build trust with Coach? Just show up. Work hard every day. Be coachable. What's that do with Coach? I love that guy. That guy's a great teammate. And if you do that, eventually when you get your chance, you'll be ready. But if you don't do that, and you have a bad attitude, you have bad body language, and your chance comes and you don't take advantage of it, it's not his fault. That's your fault. You did not prepare yourself. That is not Coach's fault. That's on you. That's take responsibility. You weren't ready. But your time will come. So be accountable. Trust grows. Relationships grow when you can be trusted on a daily basis. When you can be counted on a daily basis. Our relationship will grow as players and as coaches. If I count on you daily, hey, we're going to grow. Does that make sense? Do your job and be the best that you can be on a daily basis. Not Tuesday and Friday game days or you play double headers or whatever it is. Every day. Be the best you can be. And you don't, and I'm almost done, hang with me. You don't have to like your role. But you have to accept it. And coach, do roles change throughout the year?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So your role right now, if you're the best you can be, might be different at the end of the year, right? So be the best you can be Be a star in your role. Be a star in your role right now, today, in the present. That role might be different in May. You don't know what's going to happen. But if you're a star in your role today, and you are counted on a daily basis, good things will happen for you and your team. I'm being true on this. As you say, 100, right? Facts, right? Got it? Facts, right? Now, I've said all this and all that, and coach, you have your standards. But none of it matters if you don't have buy-in. You must have buy-in. And understand how many made any all-city, all-region teams last year. Anybody? Okay? If your team was 7-24, do you make it? You're 24-7. If you're 7-24 or you're 5-20, do you make individual honors? Probably not. Team success gives you individual success. If the Dodgers don't go to the World Series, Ohtani's not the National League MVP of the National League Series. Does that make sense? When I went into region meetings, if a team didn't win any games, I wasn't voting for their players. If he was so good, why didn't they win? So team success gives you individual success. That's your buy-in. Does that make sense? And there's 4 types of you in here. Number 1, the 4 stages. It's not for me. Thank you, Coach, for coming. Appreciate you coming this morning. Good talk, but this isn't for me. I'm going to do my own thing. I have my own way of playing. This is how I do it. Thanks for coming, not for me. That's a 1. Ideas are met with resistance. There's probably some 2s in here. Hey, that's fine for you, but for me, I'm going to do my own thing. But hey, you might try it. It's good for you. Okay? Probably some 2s in here. I can guarantee you. Hopefully with some 3s. Some concepts fit what a person likes. Maybe I'll try encouraging over criticism. Maybe I'll try being accountable. Maybe I'll try trusting coach. Maybe I'll try trusting my teammates. Maybe I'm there on a daily basis. Maybe I'll accept my role. Okay, I'll try it. We want 3s, but what we really want is 4s. I can't believe I did it any other way. When you have 4s, you won't be with your talent. You'll be in that last game. If you have 1s and 2s, I'll be honest with you. If you are 1s and 2s, your season's not going to be fun. Because you ain't bought into your culture, you haven't bought into your standards, and you're not with each other. If you can get the 3s and you can get the 4s, you got something. I know this from experience. So I'm not just saying, hey, let's come up with 1, 2, 3, 4. If our guys didn't buy in, we don't win. Because in every championship game, we were challenged in some type of fashion. From being behind against Millennium one year by 17 points in the first half, to coming back and winning that game. And every huddle we left, every timeout, when they trust each other, we're fine. Last year, our best player having a broken hand, missing a quarterfinal game, and playing the semis and finals with a broken hand. Not knowing if he's playing, and other guys stepped up in his presence. A guy, our 7th man, had 15 rebounds in a quarterfinal game that hadn't been playing much, but he had worked every day, and he was ready for his chance. See, that's going to happen with you guys. Who will step up when you need them the most? But if you got 3s and 4s, you got a chance. And who will you be? Who will you be this year? Your goal is to play, let's be real, the final game, right? Does anybody have a different goal than that? But is your goal to win that final game? Absolutely. No regrets. This is the only time this team will ever be together. Think about it. This is the only time. Seniors will be gone next year. Your culture should be the same, but your team identity will be different, right? So take advantage of this team. Cherish each other. Help each other. Love each other. be there for each other and write your story. Like your book is started now, not in February. Build your stuff now. And then how do you want your story, how do you want your last page of your book to end? That's the fun part about it, is the journey, really. Embrace that journey. How good can you guys be, right? So don't have regrets. Buy in. Trust each other. Got it? Questions on anything? Comments? Hey, you guys, I can't wait to watch you play. I've heard good things about you guys. I know Coach from way back. I'll be rooting for you. I'm a Mason High now, so I hope you guys go far. We look forward to you. But thanks for tuning in, for locking in with me. Thanks for participating. And work hard and enjoy this thing, man. Don't forget it's a game, and you're supposed to have fun. So put all the other stuff away, and when you're on the field, have some fun. Got it? Thank you.